And hello everyone, welcome to another stream, another SCS software stream straight from the studio from Prague. And as you can see, it's a full house today. And Jirka,
Yeah.
you being the shortest from us, why are you sitting the highest one?
Oh, well, because I just moved my chair,
Okay.
to look. I'm the highest, actually.
He is actually, Chad, he is. Okay, so here with me today in the studio is my wonderful colleague, community manager and consultant, Mark. Mark, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Yeah, not bad, thank you. And here in the middle are two awesome gentlemen from the Driving Academy team, Vojta and Jirka.
Hello, how you doing, guys? It's good to be back.
Hi.
That's
Hi,
three
Mom. I'm
three
on
awesome
TV.
gentlemen from the Driving Academy team.
Oh, yeah, that is true. You're the
Jirka,
only one not in Driving Academy team, actually.
who? I?
You are.
Should I leave?
Yes.
Mark,
Let it slide for this time.
But Jirka is not your first stream, right? It's like kind of a second one in a short.
Yeah, it's the
Short
second
period?
one. I'm a pro, a general pro now. I've been to 2 streams, so I can
You're
afford
influencer now.
everything.
You're influencer now.
I'm thinking
Yeah.
about starting my own stream,
Oh, so you have already some
I'm gonna be
cooperations?
famous, and then finally I can leave. I mean,
Oh, Chat, you
that was
heard
rough.
that? No
I
more.
actually love this company a
No
lot.
more new content from Driving Academy. And Vojta, for you, I guess it's a first stream ever.
Yes, first stream ever. Yes. Like, it's really exciting actually, and I'm extremely nervous. So, but also happy to be here.
Awesome. Don't be nervous because like our chat doesn't bite.
Mhm.
They usually roast only me for my driving skills, for my flawless, perfect driving skills. And as you can see, chat, we are short on mics by one. So either mine or Jirka will need to pass the mic to Vojta from time to time. But bear with us. We can do this. We can do this. You know us. So what's the curse of today's stream? Mark will demonstrate. Mark will keep on demonstrating how great he is in Driving Academy. How he's going to do all the lessons we haven't touched yet. One try, and manual, I guess.
Yep. I'm all ready to go.
Awesome. And meanwhile, I will kind of try to interview our two guests here from the Driving Academy team about a little bit about themselves and then a little bit about the project, how it went, what were the challenges through the production of the project, and how they are looking at maybe the feedback now when the project is released, and maybe also some future plans with it.
Sounds good.
Okay, let's
Can't
go.
wait.
Let's go. Mark, it's your show now. What's going to happen behind?
So we're going to zip ahead because I feel like the chat has seen a lot of the early scenarios, but they've never actually seen the final exams on stream, those that might have not yet had a chance to play it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm going to start with the Chapter 4, reversing with the trailer, and work my way to the exams and see if I am truly as good as I believe myself to be. While
Awesome.
using a
You
manual
got plenty of
transmission.
time
Oh.
to do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It would be lame if you didn't.
Yeah.
That would be lame, yeah.
I
Bet.
challenge you, yeah.
Bet.
Bad zone. All right, go for it, man. And let me start with some questions about yourself, guys. Jirka, first, you have the mic already in front of you.
Oh, yeah.
Can you tell us something about like your history, like
Oh, that is
from
dark.
what? Okay, skip that
Oh,
dark part.
You mean only the
Yeah, the
good
time,
part.
like,
Okay,
how
then.
did you get to SCS software? If this was always your position within the
Yeah.
company, what projects you've been before the Driving Academy? You know, some like brief history of your presence in the company, not the dark part before that. Like,
Okay, I'll try to omit that. Yeah, actually, before SCS, I was working in Bohemia Interactive, and then I talked to Pavel, and I really, liked how he, what he was saying. I liked the company he was presenting, and I even liked the product. The 2 products that we have. And then he offered me a job to start as a producer in this company, and I gladly accepted. And actually, at first we were just 2 producers here, but the team grew. And at first I was helping out with the map projects to keep them on track, to keep them coordinated. And later I how did I get to the driving academy is kind of even a history. How did the driving academy start? Because
True.
We were discussing priorities with Pavel. There are so many things we can do and so many exciting things we can do, and we want to do them, but it's all about the priorities, all about if we have the capacities for that. And we were discussing, and a driving academy appeared on the list. And you guys know, we've been there have been teasing of driving academy for 5 years now.
True. Yeah.
So it appeared, and it just went like on and off. The development did. And it appeared on the list, and I asked, this project looks really interesting. I mean, can I try to revive it? And he was like, well, why not? Let's revive it. And then I was figuring out what to do, how to get the team, because everybody was so busy with other stuff. And then I knew Vojta from before, and I knew he is a very good designer. So I asked him if he wants to be a part of this. And that was all unsanctioned by then, but I asked him if he wants to be a part of it. He said yes, and then we found the programmers that originally used to work on this project, and that's actually how we started the project. I know I was supposed to be talking about myself, but it kind of
you already switched to the topic of the project. Okay.
So I'm gonna get back to this, I guess. And yeah, I've been working in STS for 3 and
it's already 3
years.
years. That's crazy. Man.
Yeah, I know it's only 3 years, but I love it here. I really do. And originally I was a producer. Now I lead a producer's team, and we have 7 people in our team. They're all great people, and they're on having their own projects. And I'm really looking forward to do more, in Driving Academy and in other projects.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing. And you already kind of touched it, but if you can pass the mic to Vojta, because now it's your time to shine. Can you tell us your story? I know Jirka already mentioned that you are kind of like a designer now, but was it always your position here in STS Software, or how did you get to the company, and what was your progress?
Yeah, no, I was I was not a game designer before, but I was always interested in games, like every boy is.
Okay.
And it was kind of my dream to make games. And I wasn't just dreaming, but I was doing it.
Okay.
During the weekends.
So you were
after hours, we were with my friend. We were developing.
Oh, really?
Few games.
You have some games like out there? Did you guys finish some games? Or?
Yes, we actually finished few games.
Okay.
They are not very popular, but they are out there.
Okay, awesome.
And it was really great fun to do it, but it's about any hobby project. It's just people don't have time.
Yeah. It's hard to combine it with real life,
and people drop out from the project, and then it's hard to find a new, and then they start to building the family, and they are gone forever.
Yeah, so they start to play the adult life game, the real life game, and then
all
the other games are like put aside.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah.
I mean, the graphics is pretty good, but the story is not that great.
Yeah, difficulty is pretty hard also. Yeah. So, So that was it. I was interested in games.
Okay. So then you spot that SCS Software was hiring?
Then actually, it was my former girlfriend. I am forever thankful for it. But it was the advertising was for a map designer.
Okay.
And I knew a little bit what SCS does. So it's just basically copying the reality and putting it into the game. So I wasn't that interested actually in this position.
Because you were like scared that there's no creativity?
Yeah, there's no creativity, and it will be just, and we were working some tool that basically only in SCS exists and nowhere else. So I wasn't that excited to apply, but I had applied anyway, and I was hired. And I remember the moment I got to know I was hired, and it was like,
Oh, so you were not even happy. It was like, oh,
okay, so
God damn it!
I tried that.
God damn it! I got hired. Jesus, that's boring.
But when I start to work, I actually really start to like
Yeah.
the job, and I realize it's really a lot of craft in
Mhm.
there,
True.
and a lot of art also, and it's really creative work
Yeah.
because how to condense 1 mile road to
Yeah, it's
you
not
know,
that easy,
10
right?
miles.
With working with the scale of the
yeah,
game.
yeah, yeah. So you have to just from the point of picking what
Mhm.
we're gonna use,
Mhm.
how you're gonna condense it, what you will choose, how you will work with what is in between,
Mhm.
you know, how do you create this
Mhm.
part. So I really enjoy that.
Mark, you failed. I can see that.
Um,
I was just about to stop too.
and by that I'm also forever grateful for my lead, which is Simon.
Mhm.
He's such a great.
By the way, those you watching us closely, you've met Simon in multiple stream, I believe. He was the leader of Texas map, right, and also the Nebraska.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And he's a very great lead, and he also has the well-being of his staff in mind.
That's so nice
So
to
he-
tell.
he
Mark,
really-
why don't you never say something like me about something like that about me?
We do all the time. It's not-
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I mean,
Sure.
When you're not there, we're always talking about you.
That's I'm sure you do. Yeah.
Okay, so we have some talks, what I
Uh-huh.
wanna do and what I would like to, what I'm interested in. So I was quite kind of interested in game design,
Mm-hmm.
and I also thought by the time that I would just change our game, I would make it like much better because I have so much ideas for new gameplay,
Okay.
for new UI and such. And I start a little bit poking some ideas on our chat.
Yeah, and game design meetings.
Yeah, game
and
design
stuff.
meeting, and some
Yeah.
of these ideas actually came true.
Oh, okay.
And some of these ideas were liked.
Okay.
So I got the attention of our lead game design and also
Yeah.
our boss.
I remember
Pavel.
when we started to seeing you around the game design team. I was like, who is this guy? Yeah.
Yeah. So I got this opportunity to do some of design, and I slowly moved from map design to the game design.
Okay. And then Jirka came in and he was like, "Hey, I have a project now.
Yeah. I don't know.
Hey, you want to design something?"
Yeah, and this I was immediately really excited because this is something new and like level design and UI stuff, and this is like small game in a
Mhm.
game in a sense. So yeah, this was perfect project for me.
Awesome.
And he thought originally I would just do some little bit UI stuff, but I poke too much, and I think I took over some.
Sounds like you like to poking around, like.
I like to poke.
That is actually true. I originally thought another guy is gonna do the design, the overall design, and I thought Vojta's just gonna do UI, and Vojta just did stuff, and he did it well, and he spawned with ideas,
Mm.
and then he kind of took over from this other guy, and suddenly he was the lead designer on that project.
Nice. So talking about the progress, how it went through the project, like I guess it was at the beginning only you two guys and one programmer, but then the team got bigger and bigger and bigger. Can you tell us about
Yeah.
like how that went?
Yeah,
Or, like,
actually,
how many people worked on it at the end and stuff like that?
Actually, as I kind of mentioned before, Driving Academy has a longer history. It's became kind of a legend here around
true.
here. And I wasn't on the team, but actually 2 other teams were working on that project. And then the other priorities came on, and they just quit the project. And but the programmers, they stay the same, right?
Yeah.
So MJ and Michal, the Vomos Mage, they were there all along. So when we started, it was actually me, Vojta, was this other guy, Jirka Kohut, who is a
From
great
research department.
exactly.
Right?
He's a
Yeah.
great consultant. He knows everything about trucks, basically. and then there was these two programmers, and we just started poking around what was done, what needs to be done, and when we figured out we need more people, so we actually hired more people to do level design, to do the testing, to actually we also hired a expert, kind of a driving expert, for a couple of weeks to tell us, if this makes sense and if it doesn't make sense.
I don't remember that.
No, I'm
You
not
were not
talking
around.
about
You were not
Oh.
around at that time.
That was the original expert, of
The
course.
OG.
Of course, the current expert actually, when Mark joined the team, we got a huge boost in what we were doing. He brought really fresh ideas there, and later I'm gonna show you his original first sketch. They're kind of nice. And yeah, so that's how we started, and we just iterated. It was a long process because we had to figure out everything. We had to figure out, is this gonna be a one big map? Are we gonna do smaller scenarios? What are we gonna teach? How should it be? It would be hard. Do we start basic, or there are many experienced players, and if we just spawn with easy missions, they would be disappointed. How do we approach it? And it took us like half a year or a quarter a year to really answer these questions, and then we started the development the code base, and yeah, that's how we got the team together, and we started working, and since then it was a blast.
It must kind of be hard, like, for you guys, because like this whole project, and now when it's out, everyone can say that it's quite a massive project, was being cooked like when other projects were still in progress as well. It's not like the SCS stopped everything doing, like we still kept bringing new trucks, we still were bringing out new DLCs, new maps, new events, new updates, and you guys didn't get really like a new people, you used programmers that were working on 3 other tasks. It must be hard for you to fight with other priorities and projects all the time, right?
That is actually true. I've done my share of walking around and fighting for the people. I mean, to get the people we needed, and it was rough because there were projects going on and everybody's like super busy.
Yeah.
But we found some people we just took for 1 day a week or 2 days a week. Then they started. The good part about this was that this project was exciting for people when they started working on it. And
Everyone was like, "Oh, something new, something new."
Yeah, that is true. So, it looks cool. I mean, and so they wanted to work for us, and we have a great SCS policy. If you really want to work on something, we do maximum within range, so you can work on it. So they asked their leads if they could work on it more, and they were like, "Well, if you want to, then yes." But that was a plus for us. True. And let me touch one thing very briefly. Our strength was that we were a team kind of separated from the original production, from the production of most features. And so we had the freedom, and also our platform was kind of separated from the main game. So we had freedom to do stuff we wouldn't be able to afford in the main game.
True.
And we could be like a separate team. And so we even sit together in one room. And when you have smaller team in one room, it's so much easier to coordinate and iterate. So we pushed things forward, I think, faster than it would be if we would be a part of production. So yeah,
Makes sense. Yeah,
faster in quotes.
makes sense. Wojta, for you, can you tell us how a usual day of a UI / general designer in general on projects like this was looking like? Like, you came to the work and it was like, okay, today I'm gonna design lesson 3, or
Wow, this is hard question because it's what I love about this work. It's because it's very different. Every day.
so every day was like something different,
yeah,
right?
So yeah.
Or
And,
or maybe then you can tell us like how do you do such thing like to design a scenario or design a lesson like from a scratch when there is nothing like
I asked Mark about what is there missing. No, we have. Wow, there's so much to get to because I was what I really love about it. I was responsible for more stuff, so I was also doing like illustration and.
so
UI.
those awesome illustrations is your job.
Yes, please.
Oh yeah, those are awesome. Those are really great.
Yeah. I had to fight for them.
The good that you did because like they taught me a lot with like, you know, for example the steering wheel where to turn and something like that. But even with the explanation of the lessons as well, like what am I supposed to do? As you can see there, Mark skipped it. Thank you, Mark.
Oh,
So basically,
No problem.
we what we did, we draw inspiration from many sources with the scenarios. The first I have our consultant, this Jirka. I had Mark to consult. We also look at what are like real life situations. You know, if you want to park diagonally, going backwards. So we try to catch to basically remake these
Real scenarios,
real
real
scenarios.
lessons. Yeah.
We also draw some inspiration from other games. you know,
Oh,
like, yeah.
okay.
So yeah, and
And then you were like, you had some guy who was building the map for you, or you did that as well, or like then you were like, then it was like, oh, I still need those diagrams and instructions. Then you like open Photoshop and put them together, or
yeah, since I was map designer, I could create a scenario. So basically, they are just most of the time it's just parking lot. So I just place the.
Still look
cones.
awesome.
I just place the pylons and lines, but the whole map was created by Edrash and Philip, the other real map designers.
So they created the playground for you, and then
Yes,
you were
yes.
like just creating the exact lessons and the scenarios.
I just tell them what to do. Like I want this small parking lot. I want a big parking lot. I want some handling track. And I always it was always like discussion and fight, like not to do too much that it will not be used after. And so I fight for every parking lot and every handling track, and I think I got everything at the end.
Okay, and what was your role, Jirka? You were like holding them off, not to fight with each other so much, or like also like first overseeing the whole project if you guys are meeting the deadlines and the.
Exactly. I was overseeing the whole project, how it goes, if the all tasks are being completed, if we are on track, if we are focusing on the stuff they should be focusing, and also I had to manage expectations because designers have.
Everyone was overexcited, overhyped. You can use mine.
I just to say that this was really good dynamic because I was the one who just got taken away. I would like to have this and that and please even that thing I want to have. So at the end there has to be some compromise. Yeah.
Yeah, we had to. We had, but this is actually good. It's always like this with producers and designers to find the middle ground. Because we need to, we want to have it good, we want to have it nice, well thought out, but we also want to release it someday, So we got at the end in the loop of polishes, and you have to know where to stop the polishes because then it gets just the diminishing returns.
It's the hunt for perfection that never ends, right?
That is true. The hunt for perfection. But my idea or my opinion is if you have this kind of a feature. You do it well, you release it to public, and you see the reactions, because you can do more, right? You see the feedback, and then we are planning new packs, we are planning new iterations, and we are, by the way, let me take this opportunity to say, we are really reading into your feedbacks, and we want more feedbacks because you guys gave us some great ideas, and in the ideal world we would implement all of these ideas, but we are not in the ideal world.
Yeah, like always. We just got rated by Nelly Naprate. Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining our stream. Today we are talking about the production of the Driving Academy that just got released a few days ago, right? Last week actually, right? It was last week.
Yeah, it was last week, Wednesday.
Time flies. All right. So Mark, question to you. What was your typical day looking in production of this Driving Academy project? You went into the office and they were like, hey Mark, can you check these new scenarios, new lessons? You're like, okay guys, this is completely wrong. Let's start again or something.
So no, actually, very early on, I remember actually still the very first time that you guys asked me to come take a look at what you guys were working on. You guys had a lot of the scenarios already built. You kind of asked me if there was anything that was missing, and if and a lot of it was about the wording and how to kind of describe the maneuvers and stuff like that, because a lot of it is kind of trucker lingo that you guys might not know, and not even just you guys being from Czech Republic, but just the non-trucking public in general, right? So at first I just kind of became a part of these kind of stand-up meetings, and then at some point I moved into the go ahead.
No, sorry, I just remembered. I remember the first time I saw you. You were like coming into this meeting room, or maybe it was by my desk, and you brought like 7 books on truck driving, and you just went. And I was like, "Oh, I'm not reading."
But
that.
funny story. That's one of the things that basically got Mark into this company, because like when we first met, we were like, we had a simulator station at one of the events. He was just joining us because like he was part of the community. He wanted to meet us, and then we were like killing time there, basically talking about trucking. And me and Oscar were like, this guy knows a lot about trucking. Like everything we asked him, he didn't need to go like, let me Google this. He was like, oh, okay, this is that. In this country, you have to have trailer this long and cargo this way, and if you are transporting dozer, you have to be this way. Everything. And then he was like, oh, there is a book about it. We call it Bible, I think. And then the other day you brought it up with you. And then he was like, you guys can keep it. You can bring it back to the Czech Republic. And I passed it to the leader of the research department. And the next year when we were trying to what's the name of the show?
Mats.
Yeah. Then the leader of the research department asked me to contact Mark again if he can bring up the updated version, like the latest one. And then, we got to the talk, like he was quitting the trucking industry there, and they were like, okay, I mean, you could join STS, but you would need to move to Prague. He was like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
And here we are.
I thought they were like half joking. I was like, no way, these guys are actually going to hire me, right? And then I got a call from HR. It was like, hey, when can you have an interview? I was like, all right. But I mean, for me, most of my work was around the text, polishing it. People within the company would give me feedback that maybe they didn't understand something because I was using a little too much trucker lingo, that kind of thing, helping these guys with the design, testing a lot of stuff, recording intros. But I was also kind of multi-department as well. I was helping you guys in marketing with like screenshots and stuff like that at the beginning. I'm always kind of working with, whoever. I mean, I'm a consultant, so whoever in the company ever has a question.
Now you are also one of our, I would say, very first voiceover videos.
Yeah.
And you sound like a pro. I mean, you are a pro.
Hey, we got to give a shout out to Nemiro though, because he's the one that wrote that script.
Yeah, true.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Yeah,
Nice.
Whatever.
Yeah, I got the voice, but he's got the brains.
Yeah.
You got some talent.
I mean, it's a teamwork at the end, right? At every project. So yeah. Next time, I'm taking your job, Jirka. Nah, not really.
Sure, let's try it.
Nah. So back to the topic of today's stream, the Driving Academy project has been in production. I heard you guys prepared some things to show us from certain parts of production for this project. Some sketches or whatever.
We were searching for some stuff we could show. Unfortunately, there weren't many because some got lost to the history. and there are multiple teams, as I said.
Mm-hmm.
But we actually have something we can show you, early prototypes, and we also have an authorized teaser we can show.
Oh, whoa. Okay.
So you say a
Say-
teaser?
It's teaser.
Yeah, it's kind of a
It's hidden there somewhere.
no. It's a teaser picture.
Okay. Do you think we will realize which one of them is the one, or you will
I
have
think
to?
people will know. I
Okay.
think people will
Okay.
know.
Or maybe let's Mark. You just finished another lesson, and as you can see, he already tapped in. So,
Oh, yeah.
guys, this part of the stream will be probably more like your show. So, please talk us through what you brought us to show to see.
Yeah, as I said, it's not much, but we wanted to show like originally what we did. We just created a very small map. It was kind of a prototype map.
I see.
So we can stuff. So we can show stuff. So we can try stuff. Sorry, pardon me. Because you don't have to have finished map in order to start trying prototypes, right? You can have like, I'm sure you guys know, these videos when the developers have just gray boxes around and they just try out the fighting systems and stuff. So basically, it's by the same note. So we created some kind of a map, just generated it, and we just tried multiple stuff. So this was actually the very first map in 2019 that was created.
But this
this
is not being used in the current version,
No,
right? You guys
no,
got
no.
scratched it and started again.
We did.
Oh.
We actually scratched lots of things from just to show it from the other end. This was supposed to look like in 2019, and yeah.
So
You
sorry, sorry, one of the issues is because we really, it might not seem, but we progress quite fast in some ways, and basically some objects and materials that are few years old, they already look very old to our standard. So this was one of the reasons we scratched the map, because they were just old object and old textures, and it no longer look as good as we would like.
Yeah. So we had this phase like of researching, of course. So, just wanted to show that we're basically, when we research stuff, what we do is kind of a big boards, and we just put all kinds of images there, how it looks in the real life, so we can inspire. The designers can inspire, and we can then create all these different kinds of assets we need.
What's up with the personal cars? They're like fake, like floated,
Yeah.
like barriers, or
That was actually one of our ideas, to put some barriers, but not like real trucks, but inflatable truck and cars. So it would look more like a safe environment. And they are sometimes used in driving schools, so it wouldn't be like out of the place. But at the end, we also scrapped this idea because we would need to play more with special collision and special
Yeah.
sounds, and
Actually,
yeah,
the work.
to be bouncing.
yeah, it would be very
Yeah,
different.
the work. The idea looked cool on paper, but in reality, we realized that that we would have problems with physics, and it would just be too much to try to create it. So maybe in the future,
I see. Go ahead.
So yeah, so we also did like research of different areas where the driving schools are in real life.
That's a question, Mark. You've seen driving schools before. Do they usually have like their own yards or parking lots they use, or?
It's yes, to a certain extent. So typically, for most driving schools, a lot of them are mom and pop kind of deals. There's not a lot of there's no like huge international or federal like driving schools. You know what I mean? Most of them if the biggest I've seen is like ones that have like maybe 8 or 9 locations. Even then, they're usually like kind of working on like gravel parking lots or like old maybe strip malls that have been abandoned. And typically the yards are just for like reversing and circle checks and that kind of stuff. But all the driving actually takes place out on the road.
Okay.
Bigger companies, like some of these trucking companies in the U.S. that have like 2,000 or 3,000 trucks, they typically have a little more, especially at like, they have all kinds of property and facilities where they're parking trailers and stuff like that. And they'll carve out a little corner and for training their own drivers. So they'll hire people with no trucking experience and help them get their license, right? So they'll have a little more maybe property to do some like different kinds of maneuvers, but generally speaking, it's just for like practicing the test maneuvers, which is like the reversing and hooking and dropping the trailer, that kind of thing.
Okay, another question. Sorry for keeping asking questions about driving schools in real world, but what about trucks? Because in driving school for personal car, when the instructor is driving with you, he has his own set of pedals at his side. He can like stop the car when danger is coming or whatever. Is it the same thing for trucks?
I don't know about Europe, but in US, no. But we have the yellow and red button in the middle, the emergency brakes.
It's like kill switch, or
It pretty much puts the parking
oh, you
brakes
mean the
on.
one for the trailer?
Both of them, yeah. So the yellow one's for the tractor, the red one's for the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
So if at any time, I've only ever had to do it once, but if at any time a student is doing something unsafe, or I feel like he's potentially going to be unsafe to other road users, I can just reach over with my left hand, because they're usually on the right side of the dash, and just pull those buttons out and bring the truck to a nice controlled stop. Generally speaking, because of the size of the cab, there's like no like center console or anything like that. If I have to, I could go over there, throw some hands, and get the guy out of the driver's seat if I have to, right?
Okay.
But yeah, generally we don't have like our own pedals or valves or anything like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So basically, this way we kind of sketch out scenarios, right? You guys know these illustrations, so that's what we did, and we have the sketch of the map here. So we
so
just
that's
said,
every scenario. You guys did a sketch of how the map should look like for the scenario.
well, we actually did a sketch where it's gonna take place.
Okay. Why is the first one covered by some like?
I'm
So
not sure, to be
Red
honest.
Cross.
That one
I
was
can tell
originally.
you.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Wait.
This is for ATS, obviously, for America. So we didn't pick this from Europe. So this is one that wasn't used in America, but is used in Europe. So we first put all the scenarios we used. Basically, first we did Europe, and then we've been told to do also America. so
I mean,
so we just started to creating the another scenarios. Yeah.
I can see you guys have some PTSD from that moment when you guys were asked to do also the American Truck Simulator version.
I remember. Our request was to do the ETS first, and then we do the America. We release it, we see how people like it, and then just like a couple of month before release, I sat down. I remember you were there as well, and you were like, "Well, we should do America as well, because players, they want America as well." Well, you said only Europe. No, that doesn't make sense. America as well. And then we, okay, so we started doing that, and we got a later release, but we're really glad that we did ATS as well. It might even show a bit that ATS is a bit different from ETS, because we had experience from ETS. And but it was way faster. Of course, we had the code base, we had the experience, and yeah. And this board is about it's America sketches where to put different scenarios.
This is also one of the behind the scenes, because when we are thinking how to do the America, one of the options was we will just reuse basically Europe layout. And we just changed some assets, and it will be it. And I'm really happy we went for harder way. So we made like totally different map for America. Yeah. And I also like it. In my opinion, it really feels different. There are even some very different scenarios. So it's worth to explore both America and Europe.
Absolutely. I believe Chet is also like the guys, and our community is also really glad that you guys did the extra mile and not just copy paste it, switch the trucks, and that's it.
Well, we thought about it.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. You want to say something?
No, I was gonna say there was initially when we were riffing ideas about how to do it, and we had several ideas. I mean, there was this idea of kind of originally it came to, was it me that came up with it? I don't want to take credit if it wasn't my idea, but I remember
Look
thinking,
at him, how he is even steering the conversation there.
when we came up with the idea for the American map as opposed to the European map.
That was Philip, man.
No, Philip built it.
Yeah,
Full
Philip
credit
built
to
it.
Philip. But the idea of this like Midwestern kind of ghost town.
Fight.
I think that was
fight,
Philip as
fight,
well. Was it Philip?
fight,
Then
But no,
Philip-
maybe it was
fight.
for you. I don't remember.
I think. Well, I mean, we did lots
No,
of
maybe
riffing
it was
sessions.
my idea, actually.
Yeah.
All I know, it
I
wasn't
think
mine.
It was my idea.
It was probably Nemiro's idea. Let's be honest here.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Thank you.
so
No.
but yeah, we
No,
riffed with
George Floyd.
several different ideas of like how to kind of keep the track but Americanize it, and then it was, you know, we slowly realized that we would have to make a brand new kind of map, right? And what was like the most American setting for like a driving school where we would still have like the ability to drive on roads that weren't public roads, right?
Yeah, maybe you can say some other ideas. There was some racing track, which also sounds really good, but it would be too much work. Not too much work, but it would be like so many new assets, and we didn't really know if we could pull it off in a given time. Another idea was just abandon airfield, which would be
I like
also
that one, to
really
be
good
honest.
actually. Yeah, and another was just take some polygon that's already built, basically.
Yeah, I was really fighting against the like the idea of like a completely closed track like Europe, because while for Europe, you know, you think of like these like, you know, refined European trucks and like, you know, superior handling and all that. I feel like a handling track makes perfect sense, but you think of America, you know, these big gruff American trucks, like the handling track just seemed like too tame, you know? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, both maps are great. I think they're
Yeah,
very well
absolutely.
designed.
Absolutely.
But I'm particularly proud of the American map. It looks really, really cool. And I'm pretty sure we're gonna use both maps for even more stuff.
Oh.
So
Okay.
that could
Okay, let's
be-
get back to sketches. Let's
Right,
not
so-
leak stuff.
All right, so basically, this is what we did, right? We made
Uh-huh.
sketches and stuff. Then I have early prototypes of Mark sketches there,
Okay, show us.
and they basically look like this.
It looks the same. It's the same. It's basically the same. What?
It's basically the same, but it
Why
took
is there
us-
Benny at the top of the second image? Come on, man.
Well, that was on the board, right?
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
That's
so
that's,
I didn't.
that's our bay board.
Yeah,
That's our counter.
that's from Greenline. Yeah,
Oh my god.
I didn't know how to like use Miro and stuff like that, or Jira, or any of these other programs. So I was really limited to just markers and a whiteboard. So I did the best with what I had.
Yeah, but
I-
you know, it
I
does
would
it.
not be able to tell the difference, man, between your version and their version. It's the
Yeah, It
same.
looks basically the same.
Thanks,
the
boss.
same.
This one even have more color. You know,
Yeah, that's
two
yeah.
colors.
That's true.
Yeah, so this is how the UI looked before. We were even playing with the idea that we would let player to adjust different gameplay mechanics there. But we scratched it in the end because the scenarios, they were just acting they were acting funny if you would set different the braking intensity, if you would set you know, different stuff to control your truck. We weren't able to control that good in the scenario with the current technology, so we opt to not adjusting gameplay options into during the scenarios. And I think we made a good choice. You know, everybody is on the leveled ground as well.
Is that text Latin?
Yeah, that's
That's lorem ipsum.
don't you know Lauren Ipsum?
No.
That's
Oh, really?
lorem ipsum is just piece of Latin text that any designer, a web designer, whatever, puts wherever they need some text.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's like a placeholder text.
Yeah.
You know.
Cool. All right. Interesting. I learned something today.
An idea for your next tattoo?
Ooh. Yeah. Placeholder for the next tattoo. Just put that on. Yeah.
Yeah, this is how the UI looked when we originally started. Of course, it's much nicer now.
Oh yeah, it is.
And yeah, so... Oh, yeah.
Oh, what's this?
And here you can see.
It looks like a map from GTA 6.
Here you can see this is actually the Midwestern town, and this was a iteration when you just put the elements there. You don't put really. You don't detail it, and then you talk about the design, so you can change it easily if it's not to your standards. You see that this is how the factory there looked in the beginning. So we did. So this is actually how we do stuff. We just do the sketches and we comment on it, and then we try to iterate on it some more.
Was there a lot of fighting about things?
There were a lot of fighting about everything.
Yeah, I think we fought about the highway ramps for like 3 or 4 weeks straight.
Right, highway ramps. This is what I wanted highway ramps there.
Flashbacks from Vietnam.
And I lost.
Yeah, sorry
with the
about that.
discussion. But at the end, I'm quite happy we don't have them, because the idea was really it was a sleepy town, a little bit in like a demise. The best times are over, and now there is a trucking academy there. So this is the lore behind it, which actually I'm quite happy at the end. Yeah.
Yeah, also
I didn't know there's actually a lore behind it as well. Cool thing. Cool that you guys are like thinking out of the box about it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it. I don't see the teaser pic.
Oh, did someone remove the teaser?
No.
Where is it? Chat.
Actually,
Chat. Is it visible right now? It's on the display right now. It's one of the pictures.
no,
Where is it then?
it's actually not there. But if you give me 1 minute, I'll put it there.
Okay. Let's give him 1 minute.
Will you give me 1 minute?
Let's spam teaser in the chat.
We can just go to Tomas can change it to us, and then we can go on the screen, and you can put it on there. Right, Tomas?
I'm just gonna put it to Nemiro.
Meanwhile,
Yeah.
I can address a few questions in the chat. A lot of folks are asking when the Halloween sale is going to start. I believe that it is set to start in 14 minutes at 7 p.m. of Prague time. Maybe it will be like 7 p.m. in 5 minutes, something like that. Depends on how quickly Steam can proceed the settings. But yes, today our SCS Halloween sale starts as we wanted to celebrate our freshly released Happy Halloween event we just started today as well. And then I've seen also a lot of questions about what guys are seeing here and what we are talking about in today's stream. It's Driving Academy. It's one of our latest, absolutely brand new gameplay module for both of the games, Euro Truck Simulator 2 and American Truck Simulator, which we already released last week. So it's available for free in the game. I believe there is actually a button for Driving Academy straight from the desktop, right? From the main menu of the game. Yeah, that's how you can get it. And through that, you can learn a thing or two about how to maneuver truck, what every trucker should do before any journey and stuff like that. And Jirka is back, so that means that the teaser now is there.
Yeah, it's there, and
Is it one of the image now?
it's on the board, and I think now it's easily found.
Wait. Let's wait. Is that image on the top?
It is.
You didn't really hide it.
It's not really hidden. Is it?
Wait. Okay.
All right, so
Chat, do you want to see more? Wait, what's that? That's times?
well,
Is
it
that-
looks like times, right?
Oh my god.
Well,
Oh my god. You guys
I'm
just
just gonna.
you guys just created a leak, an online leak. People will be like,
Yeah, but it was authorized to be honest.
oh my god. People gonna be competing who's gonna do this fastest way. Mark, if you're not on the top list,
It's not about how fast you can do it. It's about the style and how cool you look doing
if you're
it,
not
right?
on the
Gotta look
top
cool
list, if
in
you're
the
not on the
stool.
top list of American Truck Simulator Driving Academy, then you're not a pro.
How dare you, sir? If I had a glove, I'd slap you right now.
Okay.
But we might set a standard, like one of the times might be Mark's.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
So everyone beat him.
Hey. That'd be kind of cool. You could have like different people from the company. It's
I mean,
like
you
this
definitely-
round you beat Jirka.
Oh.
This time you beat Nemiro because you only crashed 3 times.
Because you
Nemiro
because
crashed 7
you
times.
because you set up your mirrors.
Yeah.
All right. So there's gonna be like, is it gonna be like, is there gonna be also like leaderboards or something like that?
Not really. I mean, with I just want to show the picture.
People
you know,
will
and
still-
not
people
talk
will
about
still-
it that much.
People will still create leaderboards. There's gonna be websites with it. People will posting screenshots.
Well,
then they will start
I
accusing it's
say-
Photoshop.
I'm just gonna say nothing is off the table. you know.
Oh, okay. I will not ask more. I should protect those information, not to get out too soon.
That is
but,
true.
yeah.
It's just me leaking it. You know.
It's your
you
last
don't have
time
to
in the
join.
stream. It's your last time in the stream, that's for sure.
Exactly. It's my last time in the stream, and maybe in the company.
Nah.
But you know, it was my 2 minutes of fame that I could give something, show something to players they don't know.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for that as well. I believe Chad is excited about it. And as I can see, we have like 9 minutes left for today's stream. So, guys, few quick questions for you. Can you tell me what was the most challenging part of this project for each of you? Then, what was the most fun things to do for each of you? Then also, how do you see the feedback? And maybe
You wanna
you
start?
already said what's going to be new, but maybe you can also reveal something what you plan for future for this. Starting with you, Wojta.
Oh, most challenging. There was a lot of challenges. For example, mirrors. I think mirrors were really
Why
the
mirrors?
really hard part, because there is so many of them, and you have to teach players how to use them
Mm-hmm.
and how to look at them, because for the truck driver it's very important to
Okay.
know how to look at the mirrors. At the same time, especially when you have a one screen,
Mm-hmm.
it's not very natural thing to look around with the mouse
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
drive at
Yeah,
the same
true.
time. And also, you're driving one way and you're looking to the absolutely other way if
Mhm.
you use the side mirrors, for example. So just we were really thinking how to do it like easier for the players. And I think we spent like 30% of the time just thinking about the mirrors.
Okay. And what was the most fun for you?
I guess everything else maybe.
Everything else?
No, just
So mirrors are not the fun part.
The illustration, just creating the scenarios, even our meetings. We have really good.
So you enjoyed all the arguing and fighting over
Sometimes
stuff.
I really enjoy
Okay.
the arguing, and
And how about the feedback? What do you think about what community said about this project since we released it? And
I was. Of course, I was like digging into the whole week. I was just checking all the,
all the comment
chats,
sections and
YouTubes,
forum and
stream
yeah.
forums, and there are most of them are positive. So
true.
thank you very much to all of you. And also, I want to let you know that we are really taking every
The
feedback very
yeah.
seriously. And we are getting some ideas from you. So
Okay.
we would like to implement some of the ideas. Yeah.
Awesome. Jirka, what about you? What was the most challenging, most fun parts for you?
Well, I think the most challenging was to get this thing rolling, to get it together.
Oh, at the beginning?
Yeah, at the beginning, because even the academy team, we didn't know each other that much, and it took us a while to get the chemistry. But when we did, that was actually the fun part. We got such a great chemistry in the team. So we had great laughs in meetings, and we were just supporting each other, and that was kind of fun to watch how the team has grown. and it was challenging even to find the people, find the time, find the resources to do that, to persuade management we can do it, and so that was challenging. It was also challenging to try to plan it, because we never did something like this, so but we have to plan it a bit. So but in the end it all worked out, and again it's just so much fun to work on this project
Okay.
in general.
Okay. Can you pick like one thing that was the best memory for you, or?
What's the best memory? Well, the best memory obviously is the release.
Oh,
And
true.
that is
the
like,
relief with
we
it.
got it done.
You felt like
and
Frodo, like it's done.
It's done.
I can see Shire again.
It was thrown into the mountain, and so yeah, and I was anxious to see the feedback. I was very nervous to see the feedback, but thank you for all the feedback, and the feedbacks were mostly positives. Of course, there were negatives and good critique feedback
But that's
that we needed.
always. That's always.
But so some of those feedbacks were very valuable. So yes, I'm trying to thinking about the other fun moment there that we had, the most fun. I think the most fun was to see that all these things came together at the end, that it kind of works together. Everything that we did on paper we wasn't sure about, and then we tested it a couple of times and it was like, this is actually fun, So that was fun. It was a great moment.
True, it is. And we are having fun in our streams ever since we got a green light from you guys to start teasing it, using it in streams. It's a lot of fun content we are generating through your project as well.
Yeah,
Mark, what about you? What was the best part of this project for you?
The best part was honestly just being able to. This was the first, I feel, real chance I had to kind of contribute my experience and knowledge that I learned over my career. This was the first time I really felt like I got to put it to work when I got here at SES.
10 years back, would you ever say this is going to be the future?
No way. Even a year and a half ago, I never would have said, I never would have thought. But yeah, I think just it was a lot of fun to finally put it to use, to have the opportunity to kind of, start a project and see it come to an end. Before this, the closest thing I had to something like that was putting a load on a trailer and delivering it a couple days later. This was like a much longer term project that, to see all the work that everyone put into it, like it was just like really fun working in the team and working with everyone. Yeah.
All right. Well, guys, we are slowly getting out of time here. So once again, I would love to thank you, all of you, not only all three of you, but the whole team behind Driving Academy, and also the other departments, because it's like we said, every project is sooner or later, like every other departments are being involved, like vehicle departments, QA, even us in marketing. So it's a
thank you.
teamwork.
Thank you, Nemiro. Yeah.
Nah, not really me, but our guys did an awesome job on the trailer, on screenshots, on communicating this new project to people as well. And so it's always a teamwork, but you guys as the core team did amazing job. There's a new awesome module in both of our games that people are enjoying, and what's more important, even people can learn some things through it. So thanks a lot. Thanks also for coming to today's stream. It was awesome.
Pleasure.
Vojta, I can see you're no longer that nervous as you was like 30 minutes ago, I guess.
It's all level.
Yes.
Yes. All right, and I believe to end this on a high note, I think our guy in the production room or in the directory room can maybe end this stream with playing the awesome release trailer of Driving Academy with voiceover of Mark. And with that, it's all from us for today, guys. But don't be sad. We already are planning a lot of streams for the next weeks to come. So thank you, everyone, once again. And
Sorry, Mark is actually trying to finish the last scenario.
Yeah, I was trying to blaze through the final exam here.
this is final exam.
Yeah,
Okay,
first
how much time do you need?
I'll have it done here in a couple minutes.
Couple of minutes.
Yeah, you guys just keep riffing, keep talking about stuff.
Okay, so joke time. Jirka, tell us a joke.
No, I.
Don't swear
Don't
and tell
I-
us a joke.
Don't do any jokes. that was actually the hardest moment I had to do here.
Okay.
Wow, you got me out of my shell now.
All right. So, Mark, tell us what's the final exam about? Like, it's a mixture of all the lessons that you guys
So, yeah.
you learned through, or
Part 1 is basically everything you learned from chapter 3, but like a little bit more challenging, a little bit tighter tolerances between the obstacles and stuff like that.
Okay.
And we're putting them all together into one test. And I'm really rushing through it here, but I mean the idea is that you would take your time with this, try to do it as safely as possible, and really kind of put to use the skills you've learned so far, right? This is my arch nemesis right here, this section. Every time I play tested this scenario, or even when I was recording the intro, this was an absolute nightmare, so I'm probably about to fail, especially because
I
I'm
would love
sitting
to see that.
super low in the seat right now. Like, I have no idea where my front end is right now. I was doing so good, too, and I'm about to fail, I know it.
you can do it.
Actually, this one was we were arguing with our map designer
Okay.
Philip, who did this scenario.
Shout out to Philip.
Shout out to him. It's really great, but I want him to remove these cones. But
Oh, like, see, like, already, like, that
No,
trailer's
they're
gonna mow
bringing
over
us
that.
fun now.
this is really like, especially at the end, it's really something that could make
All right.
someone angry.
I'm having anxiety right now, actually.
Okay.
I'm about to hit that cone, I know it.
Chat. Let's hype for Mark. Can you, Chat? If you already finished the final exams and you passed all the gold medals of the Driving Academy, no matter if you're a Truck Simulator 2 or American Truck Simulator, let us know. It's your time to shine in the chat. Let us know. And also, you can support Mark as well.
Oh my God,
yeah.
I did it.
Go, Mark. Go. You got this, Mark. Get the full marks.
I'm sweating a little bit right now.
You did it. You did it. You did it, though.
Nah, we're good. You gotta remember, I'm a professional.
Don't jinx it.
Yeah, now that I said that, I'm definitely gonna fail. All right, get well in here.
GG, Mark. Chat is hyping you up, man.
I'm gonna try and do it in high range reverse. Here we go.
So what are you requested to do now? Like
I have to. So now,
just turn around through reversing, or
yeah, this is like a kind of reversing section. So I have to reverse through this whole section of the course here.
okay?
This is kind of really the final kind of part, I would say. So yeah, we're just gonna kind of not oversteer the trailer, not let it get too out of hand. Just kind of, like I say earlier in the text, just let the trailer kind of do the work and just chase it with the truck, right? So I got the trailer roughly where I want it pointed. I'm gonna straighten out. Check that other mirror,
Okay.
right? Just kind of, make sure I got it centered nicely in between. But yeah, so the final exam is just kind of a culmination of everything you've learned so far. Part 1 is mainly forwards driving, and part 2 is a lot more reversing. Well, only really kind of reversing maneuvers, right?
And you cannot do a single mistake.
No, if you do even one
Oh.
single mistake, you have to go back to the beginning, which is even harder than real life,
Oh.
because in real life you have like demerit point system, right?
Chat, how many tries did it take for you to finish this? I see someone in the chat said like final exam part 2 in ATS had me shaking and sweating after a couple of tries. Yeah, I can believe that.
That's not bad, actually.
14 tries, okay. A lot. That's a good answer. How many tries? Yes. Mark is doing that. He did the reversing part. What's next?
Now is the final kind of home stretch,
Mm-hmm.
but it's kind of easy to get too overconfident. But yeah, we're just going to pull back into the driving academy facility in front of us and do one quick parking maneuver, and we're done. If I don't take down the stop sign.
Do you think you're gonna do it?
I'm hoping so. I would look really bad if I didn't do it.
You have to stop here also?
No, but I'm just want to take this nice and slow because of that
Oh,
stop
okay.
sign. And then I have the longest truck that you can use in academy.
And also edge shifting.
Yeah.
There is like I seen there is like special achievement, right? If you do at least 5 scenarios using edge shifter, you get a special achievement on Steam.
If you use, I think, 5 scenarios.
Or maybe it's 7, I don't know. But there is
I don't know
a
about.
Oh, rowing
number.
through the gears, yeah.
yeah.
You have to use H if you can use six sequential, right?
You can use sequential.
Okay.
Okay, sequential.
Okay. But those who are up for a big challenge, then go for 8-shifter. Everyone's watching Mark getting through the final stretch.
I'm sweating for you.
Oh, okay.
Don't do a bad PR for us, for the driving academy team.
Yeah, Mark, you're representing not only the company but also the team. They will
Fate of
never.
the team is in your hands.
They will never invite you for another
You think I can
project.
go to this curb? Let's just not look at it and hope that I can. Oh yeah, we're good.
Yeah,
Just doing some landscaping. It's all good.
Poor tires.
We got it back in here.
Back
Easy
in there.
peasy.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
easy,
easy.
easy, easy.
That'll be a one shot, no problem.
Oh, look how he just jinxed it.
Roll my window down.
Role playing it. Nice. But few seconds back, you were looking at the curb through a closed window.
You don't know that. I just smashed my forehead through the window. It's all good.
Chad, do you think he's gonna one-shot it? Looking good, looking good.
I'm
Maybe
a little far to the other
maybe
side.
too much on the other side.
I think you're
Not
No.
really, not really. Oh my God, like a glove.
Nice one. Nice one, Mark.
Easy peasy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. All right. That's how we end stream on a higher note, okay? So chat, once again, thank you for watching us. Mark, thank you for demonstrating your skills once again. It was pleasure to watch it.
Thank you.
Jirka, Vojta, thank you guys for coming.
Thank you for having us.
And
Thank you.
Thomas, when you're ready, hit them with the awesome trailer. And that's all from us from Prague, and we will see you next time. Goodbye, chat.
Hello, and welcome to Driving Academy. Driving Academy is a brand new in-game module for Euro Truck Simulator 2 and American Truck Simulator. Whether you're a seasoned player of our games or a new virtual trucker joining the best community ever for the first time, Driving Academy will provide you with a great way to learn something about trucks, trailers, and maneuvering through different scenarios and challenges meticulously constructed to teach, expand, and test your driving skills. Your journey to this in-game module starts right from the title screen, right under the option titled Driving Academy. Click on it and you'll be taken to a special screen where you can choose what you want to try today. First things first, let's take a closer look at truck driving basics. In this set of specially created scenarios, right after you select your preferred truck brand and model from those available, we hope that you will be able to learn a thing or two about some basic maneuvers and crucial know-how about your truck and trailer. Each scenario contains a different lesson, from learning something about what every real trucker should do before driving, to showing you how you can set up, control, and operate your truck and its features, all the way to more difficult lessons like operating, maneuvering, and reversing with a trailer attached to your vehicle. As you can see, most of the lessons are unlocked. You can dive straight into whichever of them feels most interesting to you. However, if this is your first time in Driving Academy, we highly recommend completing lessons in order to make sure that you will maximize your learning. Additionally, some of the final lessons of some chapters are locked, as well as both of the final exams. These will get unlocked once you complete the previous scenarios. Whether you choose the very first lesson to learn how you can get your truck and driving position ready to go, or you're going straight into the more advanced lectures, each of them will start with a short briefing and intro, from which you can better understand what you're supposed to achieve in this lesson. We believe it is crucial to take your time and carefully watch and read through the explanations and briefs, as they may carry some critical instructions needed for completing the selected scenario. After the briefing, your lesson begins, and our built-in guide is there to help you pass with flying colors. We recommend to pay attention to the additional tips and diagrams as well. Once you finish the lesson, you'll be taken to the scenario results screen, where you'll be debriefed and given a summary of how well you scored in the selected lesson. There, you can review your mistakes, check them through our built-in replay function, and eventually restart the lesson to give it another try. Or you can choose to return to the lesson selection menu and proceed to the next scenario. Each successfully completed lesson will reward you with a small gold medal icon. When you've collected these medals from all the lessons in a chapter, the final lesson testing all the skills you have learned is unlocked. Ultimately, your skills and progress will take you to the final exam in Chapter 5, where you can demonstrate everything that Driving Academy has taught you to prove yourself as a trucker. Some of our prepared chapters and lessons may feel too easy for your driving skills. and some of them may feel a bit too difficult. But we believe that if you take your time and let our instructions help you, you can pass all of the scenarios that we have prepared while learning something new and having fun as well. In the future, we plan to bring new chapters with new lessons, trucks, cabins and chassis, and trailer combinations, and brand new scenarios. Who knows? Maybe even some special challenges or pure fantasy tasks where you'll be able to put your professional driving skills to the ultimate test. As always, we highly appreciate any feedback from our community on projects we create for you. So whether you want to let us know how much you like Driving Academy, or if you have a cool idea for what we should bring in next, let us know in the comments section or through our official communication and social media channels.